Hey guys, welcome back to Cruising with Matthew, and in my third episode of my P&O Oceana vlog series, I'm going to be talking all about my second sea day on our way to Madeira, so I really hope that you enjoy this. So as we woke up on our second sea day on board Oceana, we realised thankfully that the waves had calmed down a fair bit. In addition to that, we realised that the weather had also improved, and finally there was a bit of sun coming out, although it was still quite chilly. So it would seem that we've started to develop a routine as we spent our sea days on our way to Madeira. So after the buffet, we made our way down to see Jeff Hughes. So in his second talk, he was going to let us know all about what happens to you after you've been convicted and when you are sent to prison. Now, like I mentioned in my second episode, this was a really interesting topic, and luckily I have no experience about prisons, so it was really insightful and a bit of extra knowledge that I didn't expect to get when I started this cruise. Now after that, we also attended the choir, where we started to add a series of additional songs to our repertoire, so that was a really nice way to start the morning. Now as we got out of choir, we walked along the promenade and realised that although it was still a bit windy, it was still a really nice day considering what we had the day before. The ship wasn't moving nearly as much, so we decided to see if we could venture onto Oceana's top open decks. And luckily for us, we were able to. So we decided to have a walk around the ship, taking in Oceana's open decks for the first time when she was at sea. Because obviously we'd seen it in Southampton, but seeing her in the middle of the ocean was a different experience altogether. And we found some fantastic spots as we explored. For instance, Oceana's slightly tiered stern offered fantastic views at the back of the ship, and the noise of the wake was fantastic, and is honestly one of my favourite things about cruising, is being able to see the wake, as I'm sure many of you may know if you've watched any of my other videos. Now, although it was slightly cloudy and sunny, it really wasn't warm enough to sunbathe, but the Lido deck looked really inviting, although we didn't brave the pool because I figured it would still be a little chilly. As the winds had dissipated overnight, we were also able to finally go back to the front of the ship. And if you've watched my first episode, you will know that I absolutely love the forward observation area that exists in front of the buffet. And seeing this when the ship was fully in motion at sea was absolutely fantastic. And it was such a calming view, because when you looked forward, you could see the bow of the ship and nothing but ocean. And I know a lot of people are very unsure about sea days, but views like this I find so calming, because it means that you can completely let go of all your worries that you may have at home and just enjoy the moment that you're in. So I really enjoyed that. So after we had done all that, it turned out that we had actually worked up quite an appetite. So as a change from the normal buffet, we decided to sit out and eat from the Horizon Grill. So this serves a variety of foods such as burgers, hot dogs, chicken wings, things like that, as well as some sandwiches and desserts such as mousses, cheesecakes or fruit pots. And this is situated directly over the Lido pool, so it was a really nice view, and thanks to the ship's superstructure we still felt quite warm, so we were able to sit and have a nice meal in the open, which was really appreciated because obviously in our first sea day we hadn't really been able to walk outside a lot. So that is really how we spent most of the afternoon. And then later on, after we went to afternoon tea in the buffet, which I would really recommend because the cakes there are fantastic, we then had a coffee in the atrium and really just sat relaxed and watched as everyone went by. Before we knew it, it was time to get ready for the evening. So this evening was a really exciting time for us because it was the first time that we were able to have a formal night, and it was also the captain's gala night. So as we got ready in our formal wear, so Zoe wore a lovely dress and I got into my tuxedo, we made our way to the atrium. Now, the Captain's Gala Night is a highlight of my cruise because it's the first time that everyone gets to dress up in their formal wear. It was lovely to see everyone all in their tuxedos and long dresses, and we managed to share a table with a lovely Welsh couple, and we had a fantastic view over the whole of the atrium. Before long, the captain introduced himself and gave a speech talking about the itinerary, as well as some funny anecdotes and weather updates, and throughout it all you're given free drinks, and I don't know if it's because we were just sat down, but people kept giving us free glasses of sparkling wine. So by the time all that had finished, we were certainly in need of some food, and I was also very hungry because heaven forbid we hadn't eaten since 3 o'clock, and in terms of cruise time, that is a long time not to eat. But it's a good thing that we'd done that, because on a gala night, you have the option to have a 5-course meal with dishes designed by Marco Pierre White. And this includes the likes of a starter, a soup, a sorbet, a main course, as well as a dessert, petit four, coffee or tea, as well as cheese board if you're somehow not full by the end of it. I would personally recommend the beef Wellington because that is a personal highlight of mine, and it was just a lovely evening because we were sat chatting away to the waiters and also to Max and John, and it was just a lovely time for us all. As we left the restaurant considerably heavier than when we walked into it, we decided to head to our choice of evening entertainment. Now for us, we wanted to see the headliners perform their first show of the cruise, known as Encore. This was held in the Footlights Theatre and is a show which is meant to showcase the highlights of the West End, including shows such as The Lion King, Wicked and Sweet Charity. The performance that they gave was absolutely incredible, and I will continue to say how amazing these guys are throughout this vlog series. So once the show had finished, we were absolutely exhausted and we headed back to our cabin, looking forward to our final sea day before we made it to Madeira. So that was our second sea day on our way to Madeira. Next week, I'll be talking all about the last sea day before we make Madeira, so I can't wait to see you then. If you're enjoying this series, then please like and subscribe because it's always appreciated. And if you have any questions, make sure you comment below and I do my best to answer them. If you want to know more about Cruising with Matthew, then check out some of my other social media links, including the likes of Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and a Facebook group. I'm posting it in there daily, so I'd love to see you there. I hope you have a fantastic week and I will see you soon. So this is Cruising with Matthew and thank you so much for watching.